Pregnancy should be a time of joy and not anxiety for the woman and her family. Do you want to learn more about pregnancy or have questions about fertility and reproductive health? Then join Dr. Linda Vanotoo on Facebook and YouTube every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the online pregnancy school as she discusses pregnancy, delivery, and childcare with experts.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is time to come your way with the online pregnancy school. My name is Dr. Linda Vanotoo, and it is always a pleasure to come your way with the online pregnancy school. Remember that we are on a journey, and this is the journey that is reducing preventable maternal and newborn deaths. And just as a reminder, every day, one single day around the world, about 800 women lose their lives because of pregnancy and related complications. Again, about 7,000 babies are born dead. The unfortunate part is that a lot of these deaths are preventable. So I'm inviting you to join me as we go on this journey. And so please, if you have not yet done that, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a program coming up, you will be duly informed. And I want to encourage you to please go back to the previous sessions that we have had. We have done a lot. We have discussed a lot about pregnancy. So go back, go through them, and if you have any questions, if there are any aspect that you don't understand, please just put the comment in the comment section and I will come back and answer the questions for you. I'm sure you will do that. Today, I'm going to look at another section of what we can do to help reduce these preventable maternal and newborn deaths. And for today, I'm going to talk about a particular topic that a lot of us have not been speaking so much about, and that is how the men can be involved in helping to make pregnancy better, in helping to reduce the preventable maternal and newborn deaths. So today, call that man you know, call a friend, call your pastor, call anybody, a male, call that person and let the person join us. Share with them. Let them also join, because we will be able to reduce some of these preventable maternal and newborn deaths. I'm sure you will do that. For those who have been joining us, I say a very big thank you to you. Those who have subscribed to our channel, we are so grateful. And for those who continue to watch us but have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also follow us and like our page, The Pregnancy School, on Facebook. So how can the men be involved? That is what we're going to talk about today. And I want to start from even before pregnancy. A woman becomes pregnant because she has met a man. So we cannot have pregnancy without the men. Therefore, it's important that the men understand themselves and also understand the women, how pregnancy can occur. So I would want to encourage you that as a man, you have to take care of yourself. Your health is very important, because if you will be able to produce good sperms that can fertilize a woman's egg, then you have to be in good health. So if you are there, you have any medical condition, I will ask that you seek care as soon as possible so that you will be managed by the hospital and you will stay healthy to be able to reproduce. If you have ever had an infection, sexually transmitted infection, or even as we speak now, you have one. Maybe when you go to urinate, you feel that it's painful, or you have burning sensation, or you find that there's anything wrong, please don't stay at home. Go to the nearest hospital and report to the hospital. Do not feel shy about it. Go to the hospital. Even if you think that you have HIV or any other disease, please go to the hospital and let them check for you instead of you trying to do some self-medication which will not help you, because we need the sperms to be healthy, to be active, and to be of a certain quality to be able to impregnate a woman. So as a man, please, if you have any issues like that, please just go to the hospital. Because for couples that are trying to be pregnant, it is not just the woman who has a problem. The man also has a challenge. The man can have a challenge, the woman can have a challenge, both of them can have challenges. So it is important that you make sure that you do not have anything that could be treated, but you are staying at home because you are shy or because you think that somebody will think one thing or the other of you. No, don't worry about that one. Just go to the hospital and seek care. Now, having known about the man, also before pregnancy, I would want the men to learn about the women. We have the menstruation. And menstruation shows almost every month, where we see blood coming out from the woman's private part. Now, a lot of things take place inside the woman before the blood comes out. But it is a cycle. It starts today, it ends in about 5 days or how many number of days, then it will come again. So we have the cycle. Somewhere in between, we have what we call ovulation. So the ovulation is when the woman lays the egg that can be fertilized by the sperm for the woman to be pregnant. So if you have a wife, you have to try and understand this. Try and learn about it. Learn about menstruation. So you know. Sometimes it's not so easy for people to understand. But if you have a need, you can send us a comment and we'll be very happy to explain it to you. Or you go to the nearest hospital and ask for the public health unit. Go there, talk to them, and they will help you to understand. And for the women, please, if we are asking for your last menstrual period, we are asking for the day that you saw the blood, not the day it ended, the day you saw the blood. It is used to calculate a whole lot of important dates and times for you. So please take note that it is the day you saw the blood. You can mark it on the calendar, the day you saw the blood, not the day it ended, or not the day you were expecting it, but the day you saw blood. That is when we call the last menstrual date, the period. That is when we are referring to the day you saw the blood. So it's important. So please, if you're a man, you have a wife, you are looking at becoming pregnant, please take note of these dates because they are important. So when you go to the hospital, you can share with the doctor. And we, the health workers, have not done so well. A lot of the programs we have put together have focused mainly on the woman. But the men are important because a man is the head of the family in most places. And what they say is also very important. They give direction, they give instruction, they give counsel at home, and they make the laws in some places. So it's important that we involve them. That is why today I'm talking about male involvement in our pregnancy issues. So please learn about this. So the men, today we are referring to what you can do, the role of the man in helping to reduce these preventable maternal and newborn deaths. Because you see, around the world, with 800 women dying every day, it means that 800 men grieve every day because they have lost a wife. And if they have children at home, these children have also lost their mother. And if you put it together now, if the woman is not there and the man has to take care of all these children, that is a big challenge. So we need the men to be involved. So today I'm asking the men to join me on this journey as we try to reduce preventable maternal and newborn deaths. And for 7,000 babies dying every day, 7,000 men will be crying because the baby did not survive. So join me. It's a very good reason why you should join this course. So please, if you have not yet done that, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's go on the journey together. We will definitely save some lives if we share this message, if we tell somebody about it, if we hit the subscribe button, and if we go through the various sessions that we have had and share with people, I'm sure we will save a lot of lives. So join me, Dr. Linda Vanotoo, as we go on this journey. Now, when the woman is pregnant, what is the role of the man? What can he do to support the woman? First of all, pregnancy can be very challenging with vomiting, difficulty in eating, a whole lot of things can happen. And again, we have had sessions on what happens in the first 3 months, first trimester, second 3 months, second trimester, and the last stages of pregnancy. So please go ahead and look for those videos and go through them. But pregnancy can be very, very, very challenging. So one of the things we need you to do as a man is to give that emotional support to the woman. Let her know that you are with her and take care of her. Some people may be vomiting a lot. If that is happening to your wife while she's pregnant, please take her to the hospital. Because if she's not able to eat well, she will not feel well, and the baby will also not feel well, because this baby is feeding on what the mother is eating. So we need to get the woman to be healthy. So give her that emotional support. Again, when the woman goes to the antenatal, she's told about her expected date of delivery, the possibility of delivering on a certain date. So if you know that one, you can start preparing for that delivery. So it's important that right from the beginning, as she goes to the antenatal, the first time she goes and comes back home, please ask her what she was told, so that if there's anything that she needs to do, you will know it and you will support her. But if there is nothing, at least you will know that there's a date that has been given. So you start planning towards that date of delivery. It is important. Now, when she goes to the antenatal and she comes back home, they have this book which they give them. You can go through the book and see what was written. If there's any portion that you don't understand, these days the midwives have given their phone numbers to them. So you can call a midwife and find out that my wife came, I have looked inside her book, and this is what is written. Please, what does it mean? Or I encourage you to join your wife to the antenatal. If you cannot go to the antenatal, join her to the pregnancy school. I'm having the online one, but we also have the physical pregnancy school. So join her to any of the sessions that you can go to and ask questions, please. You see, the men are willing to learn. We, the health workers, have not involved them so much. But please go with your wife. That will be a good thing to do. And you will enjoy it. You see a lot of women with their big tummies up, and you know that, oh, maybe your wife is 3 months or 6 months pregnant. Somebody else is 9 months. Oh, so that is how the big tummy looks like at 9 months. You will learn a lot of things, and you also hear a lot of things. You learn from other people's questions. So please, if your wife is pregnant and she's going to the antenatal, join her. The other thing you can do as a man to support your wife is that she needs to plan very well. So if she's pregnant, she knows that she will deliver. Don't wait till she has gone into labor before you look for the transport that will take you to the hospital. No. Right from the beginning, you make arrangements for how she will get into the hospital when she gets into labor. So transportation arrangement is very important. There's also the other aspect of national health insurance. Pregnant women are registered and they can attend the antenatal and a lot of things for free. Though there might be 1 or 2 things that they will pay for, but a lot of the things are for free. So please make sure that her antenatal card is well kept and also her national health insurance is up to date. You will save yourself a lot of money, because the ones that are covered by the insurance, you would not have to pay out of your pocket. So please make sure that she has registered with the national health insurance. The card is always up to date and she keeps it well, and she also keeps her antenatal card very well. There are complications that happen during pregnancy, which you must know about. So if you see that your wife is not looking like you expect her to look like, if she's put on too much weight, if she's looking very big, the feet are swollen, please don't just attribute it to the pregnancy. She might be suffering from a complication. So please go with her to the hospital and tell the doctor. And let your wife also know that she can trust you, tell you whatever is wrong with her. If she's having headache, she should let you know. So anything that is not going well, she should let you know. That is one way that you can support her, because we have spoken about what we call the pregnancy-induced hypertension with its antecedent things of preeclampsia and eclampsia. That is one major cause of complication in pregnancy that can even lead to the death of the baby and the death of the mother. So if you find that she's bloated, her feet are swollen, and even if she thinks that it is because the baby is a boy, please don't take it lightly like that. Go to the hospital. Again, once pregnancy is settled, there should not be bleeding. She should not bleed. So if for any reason she gets up in the morning or during the day, she sees that she's bleeding, do not stay at home. So as a husband, please let her know that, my dear, tell me anytime you feel uncomfortable, anytime you have lower abdominal pain, when the time is not yet up for delivery, let me know and I'll be happy to take you to the hospital. Because bleeding is another serious complication that can happen in pregnancy that can end very badly with either the death of the baby or the mother or even both of them. So please know about these complications. Again, if the time is not up, she should not lose water. The baby lies in water inside the mother's womb. But if the time is not up, she shouldn't be losing the water. So if she starts losing water, that is also a sign for you to go to the hospital as quickly as you can, because we don't want any infection traveling up there that will go and harm the baby and also harm the mother. So these are some of the simple things that you can look out for, but you can only know if you show interest and if your wife is aware that she should let you be aware that these things are happening. We need to go to the hospital as quickly as possible. So that is something that you also have to bear in mind and try to support her so that she can go to the hospital quickly. There are other things that can happen within pregnancy, but we have had a lot of sessions on that. When she's asked to do a scan, please let her do it. The scans, we have a session on scan as well. The scans are done for specific reasons at specific times. So don't say that, but the other day you went for a scan, why are you going for another one? No, they are done at different times for different reasons. So please do that. Now, let's say that by God's grace, she has gone through the full 9 months of pregnancy and now she is about to deliver. What will let you know that I should take her to the hospital? I hope that by this time, the transport is ready, you have some money, she has packed her things, because they will let her know the things that she has to pack for the baby and for herself. So I hope all those things are ready. Now, she will be taught at the antenatal and the pregnancy school about feeling pain and how she should make sure she counts and how she should know that this is labor. As soon as that is established, please go to the hospital. Don't let her say that I want to stay at home till it is very well established before I go. No, you never know what can happen. So as quickly as you can, take her to the hospital when she gets into labor. And when she gets there and she's told that it is not labor, you can go home, then that's when you are safe. But don't stay at home. Another thing I would want the men to be aware of is that there's what we call cesarean section. This is when a woman is assisted through an operation to get the baby out, to save the baby and save the mother. Cesarean sections are performed for specific reasons. And we have a session on cesarean section where we even took you to the theater to see what happens. So please, if you are going to the hospital, your wife is in labor, just have it somewhere in your mind that if I get there and things do not go the way we expect them to go, she might go to the theater, so that you tune your mind to that. So when you get there, you are told, you will not be surprised that why is she going to go through cesarean section? If the doctor recommends that a cesarean section is performed, then please note that it is for the good of your wife and your baby or babies, and for you as well. Because if she loses her life, it will not be easy for you, especially knowing that she was pregnant. If you are not careful, you will blame yourself that I made her pregnant. So please note that there is something called cesarean section. There are other things that can be done for her when she goes to the hospital in terms of assisting her to deliver. So please note that. So by God's grace, if she now goes through the labor and she delivers successfully, which is what we are hoping for, then we have after delivery what happens. Some women, unfortunately, after delivery, go into some deep sadness. A lot of things happen. So it is important that you observe your wife, especially when she has come back home. If she's at the hospital, the nurses will be taking care of her. But once she's at home, please take care of her. Just see what is happening to her. Is she able to sleep? Is she able to eat? Is she sitting down quietly? Is she even crying? Show interest, show affection. so that she can tell you what is wrong with her. And if you find that she's suffering from depression, because some women after delivery go through some difficult stages. Some even go to the extent of saying that this baby, that I don't even know where the baby came from. This baby is not my baby. And if you're not careful, they can harm that baby. So it's important that as a husband, you observe your wife after she has come home. For some of them, they're also overwhelmed by not sleeping, because the baby may be crying in the night, not sleeping. She would also be tired. So it's important that you support her if it is possible, and you can get her mother or anybody that she will be able to live with, or you will be able to live with, to come and support her at least in the initial stages. That will be fine, so that she doesn't have to struggle through the whole day and also stay awake through the night. She will break down. So please make sure that after she has delivered, you support her as well to go through that stage. And some men, unfortunately, are afraid of tiny babies, but there are others who can carry these babies. So if you are the type who can carry the baby, at least you can carry the baby for her to also rest a bit, you know. If you are not that kind, at least talking nicely to her, telling her, maybe if she needs water, you fetch it for her. If you can bring her food, you know, supporting her like that will give her that peace of mind that, okay, I have my husband who is helping me. I know of some people who, after delivery, because of the overwhelming nature of adding caring for the baby to the house chores and going to work and all that, they even fell sick. They developed high blood pressure. But if they had people to support them, or if they knew what to do, I believe that they could have gone through less stressfully than they did. So you see that when the mother comes home, it's important. Another area that the woman needs encouragement in is how to breastfeed the baby. Sometimes they think they're not doing a good job. But if you as a husband, you know that breastfeeding is good for the baby, you can encourage her. Even if she thinks that she's not doing it well, you can just say, let's call the midwife, or let's go to the nearest facility. Let's see how they can help us. Because if she's not able to put the baby to the breast and she gets to the hospital, they will teach her, they will help her to put the baby to the breast very well, and then that will be helpful. Now, for some of the men, they also want to know, what do we give to the baby? Now, when a baby is born, please give the breast milk. Let the mother breastfeed the baby. Sometimes they think that the baby is not getting satisfied or full with the breast milk. Do not on your own make that diagnosis. No. Let her, again, assess. Maybe the first few days, it may be a challenge because you see just a few drops of breast milk. But if the baby suckles the breast, then it will send messages and the breast will now start flowing. So you have the breast milk coming and the mother can feed the baby. There are so many things that we'll talk about as the baby grows, and we'll bring in the role of the man. But today, I have shared with you the role that men can play before pregnancy by keeping themselves healthy and learning about the woman, learning about the fertility in the woman and about themselves. And during the time of pregnancy, how you can support your wife to go through the antenatal and prepare for delivery. And then after delivery, the care that she needs, and how you should be observant to pick up anything that you think is not going well, so that quickly you can go to the hospital. And if you're a man, you are pregnant, the wife is pregnant, you go to the hospital and you are told that donate a pint of blood. It is for the good of the woman. Sometimes when they are in labor, they start bleeding and they need blood. Or even if your wife is not pregnant, you can, as a man, say that I want to help to reduce preventable maternal and newborn death. So I'm coming to the hospital, check if I can donate blood, and donate blood to save somebody's life. If you have friends, bring yourselves together, go to the hospital and go and donate blood to save the women's lives, because that is very important. It's a role that the men can play to help us in reducing these preventable maternal and newborn deaths. I hope you have learned something new today. Please, if you have any question, any comment, anything that you did not understand, because we have spoken about a lot of things within this period. So if there's still something you don't understand, kindly put it in the comment section and I'll come back and answer them for you. And remember that there are other misconceptions around that the men are not involved. They are involved, but there are some issues around which you may have heard, but you don't understand. Anything that you need answers to, kindly send me a message and I'll come back and answer them for you. We also like to encourage you to visit the previous sessions and look at all that we have spoken about concerning pregnancy up till now. And we'll continue to talk about pregnancy and childcare because we are on a journey of reducing preventable maternal and newborn deaths. Well, this is all I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed the session and you have learned a lot. So men, you have a lot to do because it's in our own interest. It's in your interest as well as a man that the women do not die as a result of pregnancy and related complications, because the effect on you is severe. It is severe. Very, very, very severe. Whether you have living children or not, it is severe. So join me by hitting that subscribe button and also turning on the notification bell. We'll come your way again with another interesting session on the pregnancy school. See you in my next video. Bye.